Recently, we did some self-reflecting. We asked ourselves whether what we do is still relevant, still needed, how can we change, how do we need to change. And we wanted to involve other people in this process. So we asked charity partners, we asked Canadians to use our platform, we asked our sector colleagues, we asked them what do they think is the role we play, and what do they think are the problems and the needs which we solve. And also, how can CanadaHelps best contribute to the collective strategic agenda of the charitable sector in Canada? We were very happy to see that there was so much synchronicity and consonance in this class around some key themes that also very much resonate with us. At CanadaHelps, we envision a world where our civil society is strong and where all Canadians, all of us, are committed to participating and to giving. We want to see the world in which more Canadians have deeper insight about charities and about what charities do and what their collective impact is. And to understand that charities are just incredibly vital for the health and future prosperity of both our local and our global communities. Charities build communities, they don't just serve them. We are a very generous nation, one of the top in the world, but we feel that many Canadians still don't understand the charitable sector fully. We want them to stop evaluating charities solely based on how much money charities spend on itself or didn't spend on itself, and to really start focusing more on the impact and the results that charities are delivering. And not just today, even more importantly, on the impact that charities can deliver in the future. We want Canadians to clearly see the need to invest into charities' ability to grow and problem solve, and to see that investment as very essential in order to create a more just, compassionate, and equal world. And because of that desire, we also envision a world in which every charity, regardless of size, has the capacity to increase its impact. We're a big capacity-building believers at CanadaHelps, and we particularly believe in the power of technology to be a driver of social change and equalizer of opportunity on many different levels. But we also see a danger of technology has and has not in the charitable sector. And the charitable sector simply not being able to fully leverage all the technology has to offer today and tomorrow, from more efficient operations to innovation to simply engaging a future generation of young, the ones who grow with technology. The world of fundraising is changing, and the need for CanadaHelps is greater than ever before. In 2000, it was about being able to donate online, to open up a whole new channel. But the digital world has been raising the bar ever since, and we see that, particularly in the last several years, that bar has been accelerating. In response, we're expanding and elevating our tools and educational services to be leading the way with a sense of urgency and mission. We want to see all charities, regardless of their size, learn about best practices, better its digital infrastructure, communicate its story more effectively, engage more donors, use technology to save time and money. We see it as a necessary step toward that goal. The work we do is one step removed from direct impact, but we see every day how what we do leads to better outcomes. After all, when a charity increases its capacity to generate more funds, to become more sustainable, to grow our living from hand to mouth, from month to month, that charity is in a far better position to scale its problem solving for the people or issues it is serving, whether it's providing safe shelter and counseling for women who are victims of violence, or delivering healthy food and food education for communities and schools. We exist so that more environmentally sensitive lands and waters could be preserved for future generations, so that there are even more free books and mission support for low-income children, so that food banks and community food centers can continue their fight against food scarcity, which is an enormously complex social issue for centers. So that many critical international missions and initiatives, whether it's support for orphan and sick children, access to small loans, or building homes and shelters or schools can go on. So that more enemies can be rescued from abuse and neglect, and more dialogue trained for people who need it, who want it. There are tens of thousands of others. Our cause is every cause. It is for all these causes that we work tirelessly, so that every charity has the opportunity to increase its impact, and so that every cause is the cause that will ultimately be no more. We accomplished a great deal in the last 15 years, but there is so much more that we can do. And at CanadaHelps, we're really motivated by what we're yet to do, what we must and will do. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our board for their guidance and encouragement. Many executive directors, just to echo your words, Patrick, mentioned to me that their boards are very risk-averse, very entrenched, very complacent. And let me tell you, that is not the case with our board. And I thank you guys for that. I think boards in themselves are enormous levers of social change. And it's only through risk-taking and making mistakes and learning that we can bring about and hasten social change which we all long for. But I particularly want to thank CanadaHelps' talented and smart staff for their passion and commitment, for their caring, their inspiration, their incredibly hard work. When you're a relatively small team, you have to count on each other. And that's what we do. We count on each other, right, guys? I really feel very blessed to be part of this team. This amazing group of very talented, very smart, very committed, mission-driven, and yet very humble individuals. I feel truly blessed. Anyway, here's to the next 15 great, inspiring, paradigm-shifting, world-changing years. Thank you.